For the first time, we're seeing video of that moment, Milwaukee police discovered 6 children locked inside a storage unit.
The video shown to jurors today during the trial for the children's father, Charles Dupriest. 12 News' Hannah Hilliard is live at the Milwaukee County Courthouse. Hannah, Dupriest is charged with several counts of child neglect.
Right, Rhea and Blake, it was back in September up on 27th and Silver Spring. A witness called 911 having heard a baby crying in a locked storage unit. The footage, the body camera footage shown to the jury here at the courthouse earlier today picks up as that patrol officer arrives on scene.
The woman we see in here, was that the 911 caller?
Yes.
It was the middle of a September night. Police called to this storage facility for a baby heard crying inside one of the locked units. The jury seeing this footage Tuesday alongside defendant Charles Dupriest, the man on trial accused of neglecting his children after police were able to bust into the unit.
Milwaukee police were coming in. Hi. What's going on here?
Inside, police finding Dupriest's 6 children alone, the oldest 9, the youngest a newborn. No running water, no electricity. Prosecutors say the only light came through the door's cracks.
How did it smell?
Like it was being used as a bathroom.
And that's because it was. The state saying the children used this bucket to go to the bathroom. Dupriest and mom Asia Zielinski asleep.
You could step out.
Where were they asleep at?
Yeah.
In a nearby car with the family dog. The jury then saw recorded interviews with the 3 oldest children. A judge's order prohibits us from sharing the confidential footage, but the interviewer took the stand.
Oh, hold on. So you sleep in a car beside your wife and the dog, but let your children sleep beside a bucket so they can use the bathroom in a locked storage unit? Send both parents to jail.
Does just say he doesn't like being in the storage unit?
Yes.
The defense asking questions in its cross-examination.
This was climate controlled, correct?
Yes.
As the state spent all day presenting its case.
Hard story to hear, Hannah. So the state has 2 more witnesses to call to the stand tomorrow morning.
Oh, right, Rhea. And then it will be the defense's turn, of course, to present its case. And the defense attorney late this afternoon did indicate Dupriest plans on taking the stand in his own case, in his own defense during this trial. If convicted on all of the charges he faces, his maximum sentence could exceed 25 years in prison.
I see how the defense attorney brought up, was it climate control? Basically, is there air conditioning? Is it heating? Is it going to get too cold in there? I can see where she's trying to make the point where he wanted some kind of like them getting out of the elements, just didn't have to sleep in the car. But it's an awful situation, especially if they're homeless. But why is the store? I mean, why is it locked? Is that for their protection? It's a whole lot of craziness. Let's get over into this next video.
Jury just convicted a father of neglect after he locked his 6 children inside a storage unit.
Yeah, that verdict coming down in the last 30 minutes.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Charles Albert Dupriest, guilty of neglecting a child.
Hannah Hilliard just stepped out of the courtroom at the Milwaukee County Courthouse. Hannah, jury deliberation lasted less than 90 minutes.
Yeah, Derek, it was a very quick deliberation. As you mentioned, that verdict read in this very courtroom just within the last 30 minutes. But it comes after a jam-packed day of closing arguments, but also defense testimony that included Charles Dupriest himself taking the stand. From the witness box.
Please state and spell your first and last name for the record.
Charles Dupriest.
A defendant, in his own words, Charles Dupriest, telling the jury Wednesday he and his partner, Asia Zielinski, had fallen on tough times last summer.
As a person, I felt slightly inadequate. I was hurt, but at the same time, I needed the help.
The 2 relying on shelters and relatives for a roof over their 6 children's heads. But he says on September 15th, they used their storage unit for sleep while he stayed in their truck.
We arrived at the storage unit. Asia goes in with the children, and like 15 minutes later, I fall asleep.
So then what happened?
Next thing that I can remember is being woken up to the police knocking on my window.
You could step out, yeah.
Police finding Dupriest and Zielinski sleeping in the car an hour after they found their 6 children, ages ranging from 9 to just 2 months old, alone in the locked storage unit.
Hi. What's going on here?
During closing arguments, the state says the couple had other options for shelter that night.
These charges are not about poverty, they are about responsibility. And the evidence shows that these children did not have to be locked inside that storage unit that night.
And Hannah's back with us live from the Milwaukee County Courthouse. Throughout the trial, Hannah, prosecutors really hammered the conditions inside that storage unit.
Right, Derek, the state saying that the children used a bucket for the bathroom in that storage unit, and the only light that was available in the unit came through the cracks of the garage door. Now, both the prosecution and the defense, they declined to comment after the verdict was read here late tonight, but we do know that Dupriest will remain in custody as he now awaits sentencing, which is set for April.
Hannah Hilliard.
It's an awful situation, no matter how you look at it. Poverty stricken on hard times, have 6 kids. 6 kids. First thing I want to say, please, maybe, let's don't have more. I mean, maybe it's, I don't know, man. I want to say don't have more kids than you were financially able to take care of. But anybody, they might have given them the benefit of the doubt. They could have taken care of their 6 kids before falling on hard times, giving them the benefit of the doubt. But they definitely could have done it better. If push comes to luck, why are they sleeping when they're alone? Should they have found better options? Yes. Yes, we can all admit they should have found better options. But I think they wouldn't have been in trouble, and they would have. He might have. I don't know if he would have gotten hit for child neglect or not. But if they were sleeping in there with the children, that would have looked a lot better, and he could have at least had a better fight on the jury. It's like a better look to the jury if he was sleeping in there with the kids when they came in there. But he's outside in the car with the girl and the dog, with the wife and the dog, or mother and the dog. It's a crazy situation, no matter how you look at it. But let's go over into the AI breakdown, see if we missed anything. It's a terrible situation, no matter how you look at it. It's a terrible situation. So let's get over into this. So as we know, on January 14th, the jury found 33-year-old Charles guilty on multiple counts related to locking his 6 children inside of a storage unit. He was found guilty on 8 counts of child neglect, 5 felonies, and 3 misdemeanors. 1 felony count of possession of a firearm, a felon in a possession of a firearm. So he was, golly, man, he just doing everything wrong. In September 2025, that's when the police found them. The ages of the children ranging from 2 months to 9 years. If anything, why is the 2-month-old baby not with you? Or why you need to be in there, especially if you was, I don't know, man. This is a crazy situation. And they also used the bucket to pre-testify that he was experiencing homelessness and was trying to protect his children from the elements by having them sleep in a climate control unit while he and the children's mother slept in a nearby truck. Why didn't you sleep in the unit with them? I don't want to hear you sleep. Why? It's stupid. The state argued that the couple had received government assistance and had alternative housing offers, such as staying with relatives or in shelters, but chose to neglect the children's safety. I think if they would have, I don't know, if they would have stayed in the storage unit with them, they could have got rid of the whole neglect their safety because they're with them. But you would have had, it would at least look better to the jury. That's my whole thing. So the sentencing. So on April 9th, he will be sentenced, April 9th, 2026, and he faces a maximum possible sentence of 25 years in prison. And then the mother, she took a plea deal early, January 2026, pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts of child neglect in exchange for a dismissal of 4 felony charges. His sentencing is set for March. Why? I want to know why. Is it just because she's the mother that they decided to give her a plea deal? And they wanted to do him because he was the main one. Maybe he was the owner of the storage unit and it was his idea. Overall, this is a crazy situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. How do you feel about it? Would you have felt better if he would have slept? If him and his mother, or the mother of the children, I'm assuming wife, is his wife? They didn't mention his wife, but him and the mother of the children slept in the storage unit with the children, would have made it look better? Or no matter what, they needed to be held. I mean, of course, I think something needed to be done. So you full charges with them or punish them in some way. Maybe, I don't know. This is a crazy situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Absolutely crazy situation.